are starting target D by finishing target C notes. And the reason for that is that whatever we were going to do for target C is actually the same thing that we're doing for target D, and target D notes have less questions. So I figured to put those two together. If you notice from target C notes, we did question 1, which was just identifying the growth and decay. Then we did question 2 and 3, and then we stopped. So we didn't do question 4, 5, and 6, which again goes along with the notes for target D. And as you can see, there's 2 questions and there's 2 other questions, and that was it. So that's why I waited for target D notes, because they're the same thing. Whatever you're doing for these 3 questions, the same thing you're doing for target D. So just a reminder that what we were working on for target C was to write the exponential function based on the growth and decay. And again, how do you know it's growth? When you are adding to the 1, and how do you know it's decay? When you're subtracting from 1. So again, all you have to do is read the problem, understand what is your A1, okay, the starting number, okay, then figure out if it's going to be growth or decay based on the vocabulary they use on the problem. Figure out your ratio, which again, ratio is going to be given to you in percentage. You need to figure out the decimal. So basically, you need to get rid of that percentage sign. How do you do that? By dividing by 100. And then obviously now we are going to not only just write the equation, but we are going to use that equation to figure out and answer the question that they will be asking us, okay? So here we go. We're going to do question number 4. It says, an adult takes 600 milligrams of ibuprofen. Each hour, the amount of ibuprofen in the person's system decreases by about 23%. All right, so far I know that 600 is my A1. The word decreases means that it's going down, so that means I'm subtracting. And then the 23% is my R, which remember we need to convert it into decimal. We need to get rid of that percentage. How do I do that? By doing the division of 100. So 23 divided by 100 is actually 0.23. So to write this formula, that's the first thing you should do. Again, is going to be f of x equals 600 times 1 minus a 0.23. Again, I'm using the one that I changed already, okay, not the percentage, to the power of x. Remember, I want my final answer. What's my final answer? We'll just simplify what's inside the parentheses, okay? All you're going to do is, again, grab your calculators, do 1 minus a 0.23, and that's going to give me 0.77 to the power of x. If you keep reading, the question is asking you, okay, how much ibuprofen is left after 5 hours? That means that the hours, okay, that's the unknown. Remember, the unknown is represented by the x. That means that this one is x equals 5, okay? So what am I going to do? I'm going to go back to the equation that I have, which is this one, 600 times 0.77 to the power of x. I already know x is 10, so go ahead. I'm going to erase x and plug in 10. Because I know that the amount of hours is your known, which is your x. In this case, it's going to be 10. All right, what are you going to do now? Well, you need to answer the question. How do you do that? Well, you just have to plug in everything to the calculators. All right, everything. You're going to put 600 parentheses 0.77 close parentheses to the power of 10, and you already all should know how to do that power. Okay, plug in 10 and go ahead. Your answer should have been 43.9601 milligrams. That's how much ibuprofen will be remaining after 5 hours. Oops, sorry, I do not know why I put 10 in here. Should have been 5. Sorry, that was my fault. Okay, I read the problem wrong. So again, why is it 5, not 10? Because it says 5 hours. Sorry. So once again, I put this in the calculator, parentheses 0.77, close parenthesis to the power of 5, not 10. I don't make the same silly mistake as me. So my actual answer is 162.407 milligrams. So that is my final answer. Again, you are using what you already know from Target C to answer the question, okay? All right, I'm going to kind of help you out with question number 5, but you're going to do it on your own. It says the saving account starts with $1,000 in it. Okay, the account has interest rate of 1.2% annually. Okay, an interest rate, and the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because an interest rate means that you are going to be increasing the amount. That means that you're going to be adding to this amount. How much? Again, this is your R that you need to convert into. Again, getting rid of the percentage. It isn't a decimal. I get it. It's 1.2%. I get it's a decimal. However, it's in percentage. We need to get rid of that percentage by dividing by 100. So whatever answer you get, again, that's the one that you're going to use for your formula. So write the formula, okay, and then answer the question that how much would the amount be in the account for 10 years. So again, let me help you out. That x equals 10 in this one. Okay, so I kind of help you out. I got you guys started. Okay, write the formula again, just like what I did right here. I wrote the formula right there. I simplified the formula, and then I went again and plug in 5 for x, and I put this in the calculator, and that's how I got my answer. Okay, so that's what you are doing with number 5. So try number 5. All right, number 6. Number 6 can be a little bit confusing, but it's just the wording of the problem that it's confusing, but it's the same thing, okay? Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is forget everything that they tell you, okay? Don't get it confused. It says the formula for an account that earns compound interest is PT equals P0, 1 plus R to the power of T. It says PT represents a balance in the account after T years. Again, T is the unknown. T represents the years. P0 represents the initial amount of the deposit. It's the same thing. F of x equals A1, 1 plus R to the power of x. We know that this is the initial. We know that these two are the unknowns, which in this case is the number of years. Is the same thing, okay? So what they want you to do is just write the function. So just write it. F of x equals A1, 1 plus R. Okay, they try to confuse him with the wording, but it means the same thing. So here's the problem. It says Carrie is considering depositing $1,000 into the account that pays a compound interest. Again, interest, the word interest means that you are going to be adding, okay? How much would it be in her account if she receives 1%, 1.5% compound interest for 10 years? Okay, so once again, let me help you out. A1 will be the 1,000 years. The $1,000, sorry. The interest, okay, which is the ratio, will be 1.5%. Remember, you need to switch it, okay, get rid of that percentage. Your x is going to be 10 because they're asking you how much would it be in 10 years. And don't forget that you are going to be adding. Compound interest, remember, it's adding. So there you go. I helped you out. Write the formula, okay? Then solve for it. And just like you were doing for question 4 and 5, you're going to get a solid answer. And that's going to be the answer for question number 6.